Okay, I was asked to look at some data from the diary and think about how to graph it. This is the data is sent to me. There are some issues with this, which we'll have a look at in a second. The other thing you might want to think about doing is make sure your headings are sorted out. So right click, format cells, alignment, wrap text, wrap it at the top, so you get a better approach to this. Right now, at the moment, if you try to graph this, it just won't work. So we click on graph that, click on recommended charts, and it just says there's no charts available, and that's because of this. It's got a gram there, and the problem with this is that Excel is not recognizing this as a number. So what we need to do is change that to clients intake gram, also recommended nutrition guidelines gram, and then go through and delete all of these. So I'll just pause the video for a second while I do that. Right, okay, so I'll get rid of all the numbers. Just going to sort them out a little bit, make sure they're oriented nicely. Right, now, I was thinking it's a good idea to highlight headings and things in a different colour. And it's always a good idea, again, to also put a table, put some borders around the tables. Right, okay, so next we can produce a graph now. So we just select everything in this case. Go to recommended charts. In this case, we'll just have a clustered bar chart, a column chart. Probably not any reason to use any other different charts. And we get a nice little graph there. We notice cholesterol is quite small compared to the other ones. And what it's done is plotted the orange ones, which is recommended nutritional guidelines. So just make that a little bigger for a moment so we can see it all. And the blue is client intake. Now that's fine. There's a number of other things we can do. If you right click on these in turn, we can add data labels. That's quite useful. Can get a bit cluttered, it has to be said. And obviously it needs a proper title. Axes need proper axes titles as well. But the other thing we might want to consider is two things. One, cholesterol is very small compared to the others. It's more of a micronutrient really than a macronutrient. So you might want onto a different graph, but an alternative is just to use a percentage, which is quite straightforward to do. Okay, let's move that out away for now. I'm going to put another graph there. Right, so another column here. So we're going to call, for now, we're just going to call this percentage difference. Okay, click on the most useful thing in Excel, the format copy thing. Make it a little bit bigger. Right, okay. Again, we'll just put some borders in there. Right, okay, so we want a percentage of these. In this case, the client has more protein than recommended nutritional guidelines, so we need to do a little sum. So it's 93 in this case, C4 / by D4. Now at the moment, that's not a percentage, so we need to convert these to percentages. So again, we go to format cells, number in this case, percentage. Probably going to knock it down to one decimal place just for clarity, and then it produces this. Again, center this, and now we can easily just graph this. So what we do is we select everything in components, we hold down the control key, and we select the information in this column. Then we go to insert recommended charts. In this case, we'll have a clustered column. Okay, and there it is. So again, this is a percentage. So when we add data labels, it'll be a percentage difference. That's probably the most effective way to present data like this. You're going to want tables and maybe graphs in this format as well. But in terms of the differences in the client's intake compared to national guidelines, this is probably the best way to do it. It also allows cholesterol to be graphed on the same page as well. Right, okay, so these data are also had down here, the vitamins as well. Now again, you need to get rid of the milligrams and the numbers because it's destroying them as numbers. They're all milligrams, so that's not a problem. Let's put in a title heading with /milligram, title heading /milligram, and then plot a graph in the usual way. Right, okay, I hope that was useful.